for coming.
My pleasure.
We are delighted to have you in a humble studio.
Thank you.
And you are already 2 days in Israel now?
Yes.
Okay. Aren't you fed up with us?
The food's pretty good.
It looks good?
The food is good. The people are lovely. I'm really enjoying it here.
Because usually when someone comes to Israel, in the second days we already ask him, what do you think of us? What do you think of Israel? What do you think of the Jewish people?
Well, you know, I've already married 2 Jews, so I'm doing pretty good so far.
I understand that tomorrow is your 25th birthday.
39.
39.
Yes.
So happy birthday
I'm like
to
Jack
you.
Benny.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
But sometimes I wonder, when you are surrounded by so many bodyguards and photographers and autograph snatchers and so on, what do you really see?
You know, it does get a little bit tiring, all of the photographers and things. Sometimes you just want to say, could you please just leave me alone a little bit? Because I look at that Mediterranean and I think, you know, I would really like to go for a walk and put my feet in the water. And
it's not possible, of course.
well, sometimes I'd like a little bit more space, yeah.
And you don't have it at all?
Not right this minute, but I suppose if I was here longer, people would get tired of me and then I would have more space.
We would like, there's no way not to talk about basic instinct. And I know that you
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, and I know that you are quite fed up because you had so many questions about it. And
I'm actually quite thrilled because I want it to be a big hit.
Yeah. Now, but I'd like to ask you, you were shooting this film, and the next day you come and watch the rushes.
No.
You didn't see the rushes?
No. I didn't see the film until it was completed, and I saw it in a screening room with a lot of other people.
And what went into your mind when you saw it?
I thought that the director should have shown it to me separately and let me see what he had. And
did you object to the scene in the film? I mean, did you tell your director, hey, listen, take this out? This wasn't.
Did you feel cheated or manipulated by the director?
You're really fascinated by this, and it is 14 years ago.
All the world, yes, but still.
Oh, well, I thought that...
We hadn't recovered yet.
There is a following question. The question is how...
Their fast forward and rewind and pause button is worn out on that remote control.
That's right.
I think that... Jesus, let me think. This is a long time ago. I think that I thought that he had good material for the movie, and that it was appropriate for the movie that he had, but that it was inappropriate that he didn't show it to me separately.
Necessary to complete the figure, the heroine, the Catherine.
That he should have shown it to me separately.
How does it comply?
And have a private discussion with me about it.
Your accord to it, perhaps you are bound by the contract, I don't know, but how does it comply with your feminine agenda?
She's not a feminist, that's what she said.
My feminine agenda? I don't have a feminine agenda.
Okay.
But I think that he should have shown it to me and let me have a discussion about it. Legally, I could have shut the movie down. Legally, I had a right not to have it be in the film. Obviously, legally, I had a choice. But I felt that it was appropriate to the film that he had. I felt that ethically, as a director, he should have shown me the material that he had and let me see it. Because he manipulated me into it, telling me that my underwear were glowing and that you could see that I had underwear on, and he needed me to take them off and there would be a shadow and you wouldn't have seen it. And he manipulated me into getting the shot to begin with. I felt that he should have shown me what he had and let me make a mutual decision with him.
Right.
I thought that he was inappropriate in the way that he got it and that he was inappropriate in the way that he used it. But I do feel that it was right for the film. So ultimately, I made a decision not to sue him and stop the release of the picture.
And now the son of Basic Instinct is about to to being screened.
Well, I suppose we should call it the daughter of Basic Instinct if you want to have a feminine agenda, don't you think?
Thank you.
14 years later, this is how the scene will look in the next film.
Do you want?
I wanted it from the first moment I saw you, and you did too. How do you picture it, Doctor?
You better get a new remote control.
How was it to come back to the scene of the crime 15 years later?
It was very challenging. It's a very complex character to play. It's
Still the same Catherine?
No, it's a more sophisticated Catherine. It's a more savvy and sharp-edged and conniving Catherine than before, because she's a wiser, tougher, older, more mature Catherine.
I'd like also to ask you, you know very well our boss, who is Arnon Milchan.
I do know him.
And we know very little about him. I mean, he's a mystery guy. He's part owner of this channel. But we know very little about him. What is he doing in Hollywood? Is he a spy?
I mean, a Mossad agent.
Yeah. What is he doing there?
He's a really brilliant guy. He's a very interesting guy. He's a very fast-moving guy. And he's a very funny guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You worked with him?
No, I haven't worked with him. And let's ask him why not.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try to work for you on that.
Okay, good.
While negotiating our next contract, we'll do
Okay,
it.
good. We'll negotiate one for me, too.
Thank you very much indeed.
But maybe before we finish,
Yeah?
maybe if you have to choose one of us, whom would you choose?
Oh my God. Take him.
Frankly, I think that you kind of go together. You're like a pair. You're like salt and pepper.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
I just don't see you as not a pair. You look like you're just hooked together.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
דן אלתרמן, שחקן מכונן,